What's going on, my friend? It's Geoff Newport from ChasingStrength.com. And in today's video, we are covering part 4 in the 5 things training college athletes taught me about getting strong and lean using your kettlebells. All right, so let me ask you a quick question here. Do you know one of the things that enables high school athletes to become college athletes? Sure, they're strong, they're powerful, and of course, they have pretty good conditioning. And of course, I think it goes without saying they're mentally tough. But more than that, I think this is what a lot of people overlook in today's day and age, is that they have great technical prowess. Okay, they're really good in the fundamentals. In other words, they know how to shoot the ball, right? They know how to block, how to spike, how to tackle, how to throw, how to take their opponent down with multiple attacks in the case of wrestling. But in the kettlebell world, nah. We don't need no stinking technique. We just chase the reps, right? I often get questions like, hey, Geoff, how many reps should I be doing? How many reps are good? And I often get asked, like, what's the maximum number of reps that I should be doing in this time block? And my answer is more often than not, I don't know for sure. And really, then I go on to tell them is it depends on your training background and your technique. And I think the technique part always surprises people because learning how to use your kettlebells correctly actually takes some time, but it doesn't mean that you can't get a good workout. You know, the old proverbial get a good workout in the process, right? Quite the contrary. For example, when I used to run my live kettlebell strong workshops back in the 20-teens, the participants rarely, if ever, did more than 2 reps per set, but they were always sweating more and out of breath more than they expected. Why? Well, because when you use proper technique, you learn how to align your structure, your bones and your joints in such a way as to recruit more muscle fibers, not less, right? And doing so makes you, in many cases, instantly stronger. And that means you're going to get more reps per set. And more often than not, you're going to use heavier kettlebells almost immediately. But that also requires a lot more energy from your body because, again, you're using more muscle fibers than you're used to. I think this makes good sense, right? I mean, hopefully you can see that. So you're literally doing more work than you have been doing, even though you think you've been doing a lot of work, right? And so we all know, for the most part, that more work equals more and faster results, at least usually. And again, that takes more energy, at least usually, okay, until your body gets used to it. Right? And then the law of accommodation sets in. If you want to see faster results, find out what optimum/great kettlebell technique is and apply what you've learned in the previous videos to your kettlebell practice. Notice how I said practice, not workouts. Okay, so what are you going to do? Number 1, you're going to train relatively heavy for you. So use low reps and a heavier kettlebell. Number 2, you're going to lift explosively. Number 3, you're going to manage and mitigate fatigue. In other words, you're not going to chase it down, okay? You're going to try and keep it at bay for as long as possible. Hey, how well does this work? Well, I was recently on a Zoom call with a gentleman from Italy, and we were reviewing his press technique. Now, what's interesting is he had already trained that day. It was about 9 p.m. at night, his time, local time. Okay. So he was tired. He was ready to go to bed. He's got little ones at home. Like I think he's got a 9-month-old or maybe the 9-month-old, almost a year old. But if you got kids, you remember sleep is priceless back then. Okay. So the result, within about 25 minutes, he took his old 1 rep max on the double kettlebell press and turned it into a 3 rep max. Right. So that's what having the correct technique can do for you. So if you want to learn optimum kettlebell technique, I'll leave 2 links in the description below this video for you. One is for single kettlebell technique, and the other is for double kettlebell technique. And yes, they're different, which is why there's 2 different courses. All right. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you have, click the like button, smash the subscribe button, and share this with somebody who is into kettlebell training and needs to refine their technique, especially if they want to see faster results. Okay. Until next time, my friend, stay strong.